Hey true believers, welcome back to the web. It has been just over 3 years now since I started the Spider-Thor project, which is linked above. And I'm here finally with an update on the progress of the build. It's kind of weird to say build when you're talking about kind of mostly spandex suits. There's not much. Funny enough, in the 3 years that I've been working on it, one, the fact that it's been 3 years and it's still not done, but also two, that this here amounts to what I have achieved in that time towards finishing the costume. To be honest with you, I think I just got really distracted with learning how to sew and making other costumes, that it kind of got put a little bit on the back burner. But this year my resolution is, well, one of my resolutions is to finish it, along with a bunch of other suits. So here's the update, finally. Here's update to part 2 to the Spider-Thor project right here. I'm going to explain what I got. So first and foremost are the gloves. I am going with the sort of orangey, kind of yellow, well, I guess, yeah, they're more of like an orange color welding gloves. To me, these were more or less the best kind of fit. I like how thick they are at the top here. I do have a second pair of gloves that I actually have from my web slinger cosplay. That are, you know, proper like faux leather brown gloves. But one, these are much darker than the source material. Two, the cuffs are a lot shorter. And three, they are a different style. When I was looking at them, for a moment I did think I was maybe just going to resort to using these. But then when I was looking at them to kind of prep for this video, I kind of realized I don't actually want to use these for the Spider-Thor costume. So we are going with these kind of orangey welding gloves. I might go ahead and add the ribbon that you see in the actual artwork around it. Or I might not, but I think I probably will. So that's these. The second thing are the discs. These I 3D printed, filler primered, sanded. They turned out okay. They're not great, but they turned out okay. They'll do. They have like these little pinholes on the back. I think they're designed to actually use like a proper pin system, I believe. I just got these off Etsy. They are actually modeled off the Thor the Dark World discs that he has. But yeah, so I got these for my discs. I've been printing a lot with colored filament. Honestly, nowadays, I would have just printed this in colored filament and been done with it. I don't think the sanding and the filling really did that much to make these better. I mean, silver spray paint does tend to look better than silver filament, but it really depends on what silver filament you kind of got. So that is these. I will link the Etsy listing down below for you guys if you're making your own Spider-Thor, or maybe you want to work on your own Thor cosplay. Next are the pauldrons. Now, in the artwork, he has 2 shoulder pauldrons, a larger one and then an under kind of smaller one, which I was going to do too. And the set I think is actually designed with 3. However, I got these first ones printed and they used so much filament, took so much time. I was kind of so like just over it and kind of just like wanting to get it done, that I forgot to write down somewhere or memorize how much I adjusted the scale for these, that I decided I wasn't gonna do the smaller ones because I would have to basically print, test, and try and find out the proper scale to fit neatly with these. So I actually just decided I'm just gonna rock with the 2 rather than rock with the the single pauldron rather than go with the two. These ones I did put quite a bit more work into. So this was sanded and primed a few times. They sit kind of like, they sit like this, and then you can see, I think you should be able to see that there are holes, and that's actually where it's supposed to be riveted to the second armor piece, kind of the bicep there. For me, I'm gonna run like a leather string kind of through and tie it. I searched up like how medieval armor was actually put together and how it was worn, and a lot of it was like, which is why you needed a squire. A lot of it was just like tied to your body. So I'll probably do like some sort of connection point onto the leather strap if I don't glue it down to the leather strap permanently, or the leather harness permanently, which I think is what I'm going to do. Yeah, so that's that. So yeah, primed it a couple times, sanded it a couple times, and then I hit it with this darker kind of like gray. I think it's technically like, it's supposed to be like gunmetal, like a gunmetal gray paint. So it looks a little bit different than the silver discs, which I ended up liking. I really only did it because I honestly didn't have any more silver spray paint. But I actually really like the difference in the two. Yeah, you can barely see any print lines on this. I actually did a pretty decent job on this. The downside, which you can, I'm 100% positive you can see from there, is you can see like all the polygons that were used to make up this thing. And I don't really know, like you can see kind of the internal structure of the 3D print in there too. And I'm not really sure how I would have avoided that. Maybe I'm not super knowledgeable about 3D printing. You think I would after so much time, but I'm not. So I'm not sure if thickening the top layer would have removed any of that or not. So it does have like this weird polygonal situation going on. Like you can tell it's 3D printed, even if you can't see like any of the print lines. So on the one hand, a pretty good success where like you can't really see any of the print lines except for maybe on the kind of border part here. Yeah, otherwise, yeah, still not ideal, but looks pretty good, right? The last bit, which also took me kind of the longest, was Jonathan. Originally, I was 3D printing an MCU version of Mjolnir and was gonna paint, finish it, and do all that stuff. And I had it all like more or less printed. I just needed to put it together, like get to work sanding it and stuff. And my wife does a lot of like conventions, either as like a guest or a vendor. And we did one, and for helping her out, she actually bought me this comic version of Jonathan. I chose it, by the way. The guy had the MCU version, which was quite a bit smaller, or the comic version that was a bit bigger. And I decided to go with the comic version because this is a comic suit, so this actually matches better. It was one of those foam sword sellers, so it is completely foam. It's got a good amount of heft to it. The strap does work, though it came unglued a little bit, which is fine. I don't know why it had been glued down anyways. But the strap can hold its weight. Yeah, like I said, it's got some weight to it, which is nice. And it's way better than if I had 3D printed the other one. So whoa. So yeah, that I ended up going with this instead. So yeah, obviously it looks like a prop hammer, but from 5 feet away, I think it'll be not too bad. The seam lines are on the ends of the hammer, but anyways, for what this cosplay is and what I'm trying to do with this cosplay, this was such a better idea. Yeah, so that is what I have done in the past 3 years trying to finish Spider-Thor. I do believe I have some fabric for the loincloth. I just haven't put the web lines on it yet because, again, I was making other suits. But we're getting there. I need to buy a harness now or make one, do the chest emblem, and do the belt. Which really is what has been slowing me down are those kind of two pieces, because I mean, if you see the art, they're not simple. So anyways, yeah, this is what I've made so far. Some of it, like I said, is kind of making one decision and then over time deciding to go against it and just like working on other things. This has really been something I've just kind of been parsing together in the background and not really like attacking. So my goal is to finish it up this year. I would like to buy like a pre-made, like just like Viking style belt and just add the loincloth rather than make it from scratch, just because I think it would just like objectively look better. And then I'll do the chest emblem, or I might honestly, and I haven't asked him yet, but I might honestly go to BKK and ask him if he can 3D model it, and I'll just 3D print it, 3D print it and kind of be done with it. So yeah, that is all for the Spider-Thor project. Thank you guys for checking this one out. I mean, if you want to end up seeing the end result, hit that subscribe button, and stick around for a little bit. I got other videos planned for this year that I'm gonna finally get putting out. So yeah, thank you guys. I know I took some time off, but I'm back at it again. So yeah, that's it for this one, and I'll see you in the next one. And you guys stay frosty, stay safe out there. All right.